Hey everybody, K14's Cash Coaching is here Sunday nights, 8 p.m. If you don't know me, I have many handles on Pinterest and YouTube, Instagram, and different ways to follow me so you don't miss anything. I have put in a link, join the email list. So click on that, go ahead and put your email, and I will send you tips over time off of my blog. Also, subscribe to my YouTube because I have another video similar to this one, but this one's more focused. So the last one told you how your credit score is calculated. So if you haven't seen that one, go ahead and go back. It was about a month ago. I have 10 videos on YouTube right now when you get bored, and you can check those out. But for today, we're going to be talking about how to build your credit score. Now, the disclaimer here is I do not guarantee any growth or anything because I do not know what your credit score is. I do not know what's on your credit report. So everybody's situation is different. What I am going to provide today are general guidelines that can help the general public on general growth of your score. So with that, go ahead and follow me on all my handles, of course, and let's get to it. So I want you guys to type how much growth you want this month. I have a group called K14's Cash and Credit Community, which we all come together. I have over 600 members that talk about money, budgeting, cooking instead of eating fast food, not spending dumb stuff on dumb stuff, spending money on dumb things that are unnecessary, and just a community so we can all get together. There you are, Danielle and Heather. Just so we can get together and bounce ideas off of each other, especially regarding kids and budgets and things like that. So type how much you want to jump your score this month. So I have Justin, Shannon, Heather, two Heathers, hey Heathers, Sherry Lynn, and Danielle Brooks. I'll wait for your little types. I have, if you're watching this on the replay, you can go ahead and participate also. I look at all the comments after the fact since I get notifications whenever anybody makes any contribution to the lives. So currently my score is 775. It was 644 in November when I started really focusing on building it and paying stuff down and focusing, right? So my score would be from 775 to 800. I want to be in the 800 club by December, so I still have 6 more months to jump 25 points. Now, another disclaimer, we do not know the algorithm for Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. We do not know how they calculate our scores and what they use. It is not listed anywhere. It is not broadcasted. They give us general guidelines, which you can learn about in my other video that I break down the percentages. But if you, I mean, nobody knows. They don't even know. You can call them and ask them. They can't even explain to you, and they work there. So I'm trying my best with what I know as an expert on credit and budgeting and things like that to build my own. Obviously, I've went over 130 points in the past 6 months. So obviously I'm doing something right, but we do not know the algorithm. So number one, my first tip is no more late payments. So say you were behind on your car payment, or you paid your credit card payment because you forgot to make that payment for the last month. It could drop your points as little as 5-10 points all the way up to 100 off of 1 month. So first step is not, I know, girl, Christina, I've been doing work. Do not be late. Like, come on. Just make sure you pay your payments on time. It literally, like, no joke, I could have built my score up, this whole time and then make a late payment this month in June, and it could all be erased for this whole past 6 months done. And I have to start all over. And then obviously I have that negative mark on my report, and that can follow me up to 7 years. So no more late payments, on time, on time, on time. Number 2, this is a secret. So I'm going to whisper it. Do not tell everybody, just tell your closest friends. The fastest way to build your score is to pay down revolving lines. What is a revolving line? What is the difference between revolving and non-revolving? Can't think of the word right now. But revolving lines are things such as credit cards, something that changes every month. So for example, if your credit card limit is $1,000 and your minimum payment is $60 a month, then you need to pay at least your $60, but pay those down first. Your student loans, irrelevant. Your car payment, irrelevant. Your mortgage, really irrelevant, because that's going to be around for a lot longer. So the thing that's going to impact your score fastest, if you're on a timeline, i.e. you signed for a house and you're trying to build your score in the next 90 days to get a better rate or whatever, make sure you do that with the revolving lines for sure. Credit cards, plain and simple. So don't worry about the other stuff. Obviously, you need to pay that stuff down too, and I'll go into that. But credit cards, number one. If you're maxed out on your credit cards, if you're to the limit, if you're over a certain percentage, you need to wreck it down and pay it down. Next, number 3. I see those likes. Number 3, I really need some comments though, friends. Okay, first step. Say you're maxed out. Say your credit card is maxed out. You know, you owe 100% of 100%. You owe the whole thing. You have no available credit. You need to get them down to 50% minimum. First step, 50%. So for example, because it's easy math, if your credit card limit is $1,000, you need to get your credit card balance under $500. So half. I mean, that's not the end point. That's just the starter. So you need to come up with $500 with the quickness and pay it off fast, okay? Oh, go Heather. Yes, it really does make a difference. You guys think I'm playing. Shannon, you got to multitask, boo. I'm doing a lot right now. Okay, so pay it down. After you reach the 50%, obviously you need to get to the magic number that all the credit card companies are explaining to get to is 30%. So that means that, for that example, you need to be under 300. Now, if you work with me, I can tell you the super secret. And if you join my email list, then I will definitely email you the secret. But right now, I'm not telling you. I'm going to keep that little gem to myself. So another thing for number 3 is don't overuse your credit. Obviously, if it's $1,000, do not rack up $1,025. Do not go over your limit. Don't even get close to it, because that's showing them that you need that credit to survive, to make it, because you're not paying it off. You're literally just using that card over and over and over. There you go, Danielle, 60 points. Great job. The utilization, so that goes into the limit. So make sure you keep your credit cards especially under a certain amount, i.e. 50 or 30%. Obviously, if you just got a new car, then you're going to be maxed out. So if you owe 20 grand of 20 grand, then you can pay that down over time. You're not going to drop 12,000, or else you would have done that from the jump when you bought the car or paid cash. See, Crystal, I see you. Good point, right? It really does make a difference, because you look like a risk. You look like, you know, you can't handle credit. No offense to you. I mean, obviously you're probably doing something you need to do to buy stuff, but pay it down as soon as you can, just like you have been. Okay, number 4. Okay, don't close existing credit. Okay, this is a tough one because I had a situation. I'm divorced, so my ex and I had a joint credit card. He was the main guy on the thing, and I signed on as an authorized user. So when we were divorcing, I'm like, take my name off. Well, come to find out, they didn't take my name off. So even though I told them, even though I called them, even though they had it in writing, they still did not do it. So to this day, from my divorce, you know, however many years ago, I'm still on there. Well, guess what? I'm not taking that off, because that shows I have 12 years experience with that card. So especially your old student loans, things like that, Keep them out of deferment, pay them down because they're longer from when you graduated, but just keep them, you know, current, and don't close them. Don't close them. Okay, number 5. This is for some people that may have negative or derogatory marks on their credit report. Dispute them. Clean up your report. So it's very simple. You can Google it and find examples. You can take them and literally copy word for word what it says and just input your account information. If you have old medical bills, you type in, this is the hospital, this is how much they're saying I owe. I don't owe them because it's been sent to a collection agency, and I never signed saying I would pay said collection agency. I said I'd pay the hospital, and guess what? The hospital sold the account to you. I didn't say I was paying you. So you don't owe the collection agency legally. So you have to put in writing, send a certified letter. You have 35 days for them to respond. They have to prove to you that you signed somewhere to said collection agency, which they will not be able to do. So it will come off of your report, hopefully. The student loan will count against you because that account closes. You pay off. That's a tough one, Shannon. It depends, again, on the timing. It depends on a lot of things. I have to look at your report and see the dates and amounts and what looks like after it comes off, okay? But sometimes it can be negative. Same thing with us. We paid off my husband's car a few months ago, and our scores dropped. And I'm like, look, I'm running a business that I'm telling people how to fix their credit, and my score is going down because I'm paying off debt. That makes no sense. But in reality for us, it made sense because now we don't have that payment. So that extra is going to pay off my car, really. So that I'm like, well, I don't care about my score right now because I just paid off $9,000, so who cares? Number 6. Hope you guys are writing notes, because if not, you're gonna have to go back through and read my vlog, and I'm gonna have to retype all this stuff up anyway, so you can read it later. But number 6, okay, if you do have a lower score, i.e. in the 500s, under 640, you know, something that you can't even qualify for a house yet, yes, Cardoza, please do that, please. It will relieve some stress on you too. Open up a secured card. So this is for people that have no credit or cannot qualify for a regular credit card. So they need to get a secured card, which kind of like eases them in. And another option would be store cards. They're easier to qualify for, like Kohl's card, Walmart, Costco, Lowe's, Home Depot, those types. They're pretty generous with just giving you. And then if you are responsible with it, say you keep a $200, $300 limit, and you rack it up, pay it off. It'll show over time. Another thing, a hidden gem I'm going to also talk about, credit building and credit scores is not going to happen overnight. I mean, think about mine. I grew a lot of points over 6-month time because I did it accurately and I know what I'm doing. But if you need help with that, obviously I coach one-on-one, so you can hire me for $125 is what I charge. But it's a stepping stool. So you have to think of building your credit score as stepping up, going up the stairs. So each month is a step. So June, July, August. So it's not going to go from 0 to 100. It's going to take time, and you're going to have to be strategic with where you put the extra money that you're finding in your budget to pay down what. If that makes sense. So open up the line. Okay, 2 more points and then we can move on. Reminder, I will be opening my Money Boss Academy on my website at the end of the month. So everyone who signs up will be able to be eligible for the Google Home Mini. I'll be offering how to set up your budget, how to set up a debt payoff plan, and how to build your credit. So obviously you can learn from here, but it will be more focused on your specific situation to help you, but just letting you know. Thank you, Crystal. See, listen, I know what I'm talking about. I help many, many people all the time. fix their credit and get on a budget and find money like $2,000 a month. Like we're doing big things over here. Okay, so okay, this one. Well, not a lot of people know this, so listen very carefully. You listening? Okay. This is something I learned recently. I keep kicking, sorry. You're on a bookshelf. Reporting dates. And an example, my personal credit card with my credit union and my credit and my checking account, it is due, the payment is due on the 7th. So for example, June 7th is coming up. You guys already know I paid it weeks ago, but it's due in 5 days. Well, guess what? Guess what? I already paid the payment, but my bank reports to the 3 credit bureaus tomorrow. So say I paid it off weeks ago and I decided to put some gas on there, or we went to the movies and saw Aladdin, which we did, but I didn't put on credit. That extra money is now on my balance. So tomorrow, when it reports on Monday morning that I have a $300 balance of my $2,500 limit, it's going to show I have a higher utilization. So when you check your credit report, you need to look at the reporting dates, which will be separate from the due dates. So, okay, cool. You're paying your payment on time. It doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter. You do have to pay on time. Duh, easy. That's the minimum you have to pay. The minimum balance, which mine is like 20 bucks, right? Pay my $20 ahead of time. But it reports again. So I can't rack it up unless I plan on paying it off by the 3rd. So you need to know your reporting dates also, which same thing with my car. My car is due on the 19th. It doesn't report till the following month, the 10th. So it's like so poopy the way it works. Okay, reminder, join my email list. I know some of you haven't. Subscribe to the YouTube, turn on the little bell so you get all of my notifications. I mean, I only post once a week. It's not like I'm going to be blowing you up. So if you're not able to go Sunday nights, you can watch it during the week, put on some headphones, do what you got to do, share with your friends, obviously send them my page because I need at least 3,000 likes. And I'm trying to get to 750 members in the group by the end of the month on my daughter's birthday. It's my goal. My 12-year-old should be. Last tip. Because I know you're about to leave me. Number 8. Increase your limit. Now, this is good and bad because you look like you're. I'll answer that right now, Crystal. Increase your limit. So, for example, our Best Buy card was, oh God, I want to say it was $3,000 limit, and I increased it to $4,000. Hindsight, I would have put it like way high, like $6,000, right? I could have got like 19 TVs, but I'm not using that credit. So remember that too. I'm not using it, but I look like I'm using less than the total because the total is like way high and my balance is low. So increase your limit, which will make your utilization ratio down. So it looks like you're using less credit when really you just got more credit. Another thing, lower your rates. Once you pay these credit cards off, the credit card companies are like, wow, she's doing big things. Look at her paying her stuff off, you know, all that. And by lowering the rate, like for example, my husband's Chase card, once we paid it off, I'm like, call them. Tell them that, you know, you've been with them for so many years and your credit score is way higher and things like that. And so then they're like, oh, yes, sir. No, you're a valuable customer and we want to keep you. We don't want you to close this account. We'll take care of you. Because in reality, lowering that interest rate in the long run, if he decides to buy me a present or something, then we owe less on the interest over time, you know, on said item. So just think about that. I'm going to answer some questions. Go ahead and type them in the comments. How do you figure out the report date? Okay, so what I did, Crystal, was just on Credit Sesame and Credit Karma. I'm trying to get more meat in here. That's a girl boss. I literally just looked on it and it said reporting date, and then on my car, reporting date. That's it. Is it on paperwork, or you have to call and ask? No, it should be. It's easily on Credit Karma, and Credit Sesame is where I got it. How do I know when my reporting date is? Same question. You log into your Credit Sesame or Karma. I also run it through my bank. What is it doing? My bank at my checking account. It's not letting me see your guys' comments. Great. There we go. Because people are saying hi to random people. Where is a link for the email? So it should be at the top where it says join email list, and then it says /email list right before subscribe YouTube. Yeah, my biggest thing is knowing when they will report. Yes, it's very, very important. Because yeah, you obviously want to pay your bills on time and not have a late payment, because that'll affect you negatively. But you also need to know not to rack up things again after you've already paid it before the reporting date. Good job, Justin. 14th is a due date. It's the best time to increase the limit. Heather, for increasing limit, I would definitely do it after you pay it off. So they're not going to increase your limit if you're maxed out, because then it'd be like, why would I give you more money when you can't even pay the ones that you already owed us, you know? Chase is really good about that. Does it look good to increase during the first year? I would wait at least 6 months for sure to increase. Hi, Farisha. So I need to know what else you guys want to know about credit. Obviously, I've already told you how it's calculated. I've given you tips on how to build your score. Next month, we're going to be talking about home buying, which even if you already own a home, we can own too. Hey, I'm just saying, it's possible. It's really possible. So what are some other things that I can teach about credit, really, that will help you guys specifically, that I can, you know, come up with a class or training about it next Sunday. So thank you guys for being very active, especially on the group, because that's the main place where I go, and the Facebook page of K14's Cash Coaching. I'm on Instagram too, K14 Cash. I haven't really dived into Pinterest, but that's definitely a good one for me to start. The main thing I want to build right now is the email list, because it automatically sends to you on Sunday mornings. You get one a week. It's not a bugaboo, but it at least keeps me posted in your inbox. So if you missed it on Sunday night, you can catch up. But I appreciate everyone. Thank you guys for your support and sharing with your friends. It's helped me get more clients. It's helped me help more people. And I'm here to get everyone to be a money boss. All right. So thank you so much, and have a great week. Let me know what you guys want to learn about. You can post in the comments.